Hello, and
Hello.
welcome to Realness All-Star Review, but we are doing Survivor, Ghost Island, Ghost Island, which is season 36.
Correct.
Yeah,
Episode 3.
and I am Michael Pez,
And I'm Chantele Francis.
and yeah, it was just watched it, and I gotta say it was a good episode.
It was a good episode. It was a good episode. It wasn't my favorite. I think what it is, okay. I don't know if it's because the people that have the power are on your team, or if it's the people that have the power I just actually don't prefer, because I'm just kind of frustrated and annoyed that everybody that I dislike has the power. And they also happen to be on your team.
I know.
So let's get into it. So they come back from tribal council, and Dominic apologizes to Angela and Wendell about the votes. Oh, sorry, Angela. Sorry, and Wendell also apologizes to Angela. Yeah, and so then Wendell and Dominic, they go and they kind of have like, an alone conversation, being like, man, like, they were surprised by former Malolo, and they actually got caught by surprise by like how they basically got blindsided at that tribal. And they kind of discuss that they've made pretty much enemies with everybody in the tribe. Chris is already coming after Dom. Angela hates the both of them now. But
Yep.
then Dominic tells Wendell that there is hope, and that he actually does have a real idol. And so Wendell's like, let's work.
Yeah, it was basically very much a line drawing in the sand of where people stood. Like when you switch it up and you're like, okay, so who am I actually aligning with here? It's actually a good way of like to shake up the game, because then people really start to like kind of play. Once that line's been drawn, then all the chaos happens. Like you basically know who you're going to work with at that point afterwards. And then so yes, Dominic and Wendell, they're just like, they're going to group together. The other ones are all grouping together because they're the same tribe. But watch out for Jonathan and fucking Laurel. I kind of like those two. Those two are good.
Me too.
Because even on the first episode, tell you right now, editing, first episode, Jonathan was like the one that, he's not very good at that challenge. Get rid of him. He can't dive down, blah, blah. And he turns to Laurel and he's like, never met anybody like you, blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden the two of them could just
steamroll
go for it.
Be the underdogs that lay low and take over.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see that happening, especially because Laurel is intelligent. She is actually physically fit, but she doesn't come across as someone that you want to pick off. Like, she's not like in your face about it, she's just kind of like hides in the corner.
Scared the shit out of me.
Your grinder?
Sorry, something was paused.
Oh. We came to the end of the show. Okay.
Oh,
in the morning, though, so Dominic goes to his bag and he looks in and he sees something there, and so he walks off with the cameras following him. I wonder what people actually think is going on when these things happen. And he has in his bag the legacy advantage that was willed to him by his girl Morgan. And so Dom feels right now that it's his mission to reverse the curse of this legacy idol that was originally Sierra's, that was given to Sarah's.
I'm just over Dom. Like, I'm over just those people that are always on Survivor. He reminds me of Tony. He reminds me of like this alpha bra man that he comes in there and he's just like, yeah, we're going to construction sites, and I'm like really good at this stuff, and he just ends up winning the whole thing. I don't think Dom's gonna win.
Dom's not gonna win.
I'm not rooting for him.
I'm rooting for him more than I'm rooting for Chris.
Yeah, I
know. Yeah. Anyways, so so he wants to reverse the curse. But like, okay, I personally though, from the way the season's going, I don't think that anybody's gonna reverse these curses because they're not like the people that are so up until now. So Morgan's the next person, like they are all going home without using these curses, these idols, these advantages correctly. Like they haven't been able to make it stay in the game. The people that have touched any of these idols so far have either been in the firing line to go home or they've gone home. So
Yes.
I'm just curious. Anyway,
well,
we can talk more about this later.
Jacob, like how many names are gonna be on this fucking legacy advantage?
It's gonna go through like 10 people.
God, it's like the Grudge.
Like,
It's like that's the kind of ghost it is.
I don't want it.
Like,
I don't want it.
I don't roll that to me.
Oh
It's
my
like
God.
it's like putting a curse on somebody. Like you get it.
That would
And
be a
like,
really funny parody horror. Is like Survivor, Legacy, The Grudge, like Survivor, Ghost Island, The Grudge, or something like that. Where like
just a yeah, like my confessionals would
I
be
don't
like,
I don't
my confessionals would be like this. My confessionals would be like, I want to get rid of them because they're gonna win, but like if that person has that fucking legacy advantage, I don't fucking want it. I don't want that thing. That thing's cursed, man. That thing's cursed. And then I like, I don't want to get rid of it because then I'll go.
You can mix it in with Blair Witch Project, like that, like Survivor, Blair Witch / The Grudge. We could maybe even throw in a bit of Final Destination or something in there, like that'd be kind of good.
Like a scary, like a scary reality show, like Fear Factor almost involved.
Yeah,
like,
people are actually dying.
It'll put you through like a horror, like I don't know, like a horror slasher flick. There's always the sassy black girl, and then there's always the gay guy, and there's all these characters in a horror movie, and whether or not like they all survive the horror movie, but one survives, and also one is the killer. Like the mole.
It's like I wink murder.
Oh, those people like no, because like everybody there's probably like, we should do like a vote off kind of thing. But like in that show Murder in Small Town X, I don't know if you ever watched that. Oh my God, if you could find that show, that was 8 people and it was about like 10 people and they were private investigators. And they had to go to this town, and there was a murder in the town, and the whole basically Fox bought a town, like with a clock tower and a rec center, and like there was a fucking lighthouse and boats and ships and like houses, everything, like a fucking town. And this family gets murdered. The husband gets murdered, and the daughter gets murdered, and their bodies are taken. And the mother is murdered, but the killer leaves her body, but took the other 2. And it was like they had to go, and the cameras would follow them, and they would be private investigators. They would have to go to each person that was a suspect, and the killer left them all clues. The killer left them, here's a list of suspects. I am one of them, but you have to figure out which one it is. And if you solve their thing, I will eliminate one of those people off the suspect list of who it's not. And it basically whittles down to these 2 people as the killers. It comes down to 2 people as the contestants, and how the contestants got voted off was they were killed. The 2 of them, all the investigators, whoever thought was their weakest link, they would vote for, and that person was the weakest link. And whoever was like had a house that week got to pick the other person to go. And 2 people would go. One would go to where the killer left a clue. The other one would go to where the killer was. And that person would die. And then this person was like left. It was a really good show.
I'll look it up.
Yeah. So that was a side note. Murder in Small Town X, everybody. Check it out. It's really good.
Now that Mike has done the play-by-play of Murder in Small Town X.
And it was really sad. The guy who won died in 9/11.
Weird.
Yeah, he died right after the show aired. Yeah, it was his name was Angel. Yeah. And
Hmm.
I remember like watching 9/11, and I remember seeing like someone going, "Mom, bring my angel back," and I was like, yeah. Anyway, so legacy advantage. Don't give that to me.
So Jeff announces though that the person that next, I guess they're at the whatchamacallit challenge, the reward challenge, and Jeff announces that the person, wait, what? Oh, I don't know. He announces something, and Chelsea's there, and Chelsea says something.
She said something. Chelsea finally said something.
And I was like, "Who is that?"
I know.
I really was. I wrote down, "Who is that? What? Who is that?"
She's my little dark horse.
Like, I don't even recognize her face. Like, I'm like.
Also, she's sitting on a rock going, "If these people leave me," and I'm like, "Oh, this is what she sounds like after they fed her peanut butter, and also she spoke." Like,
she's not on that tribe.
No, I know, but just the fact that she just spoke. I love it. Oh, there she is in a blue. There she is in a blue bikini. Who's that girl?
Yeah, I have no idea. So it was the truth though that the person that goes to Ghost Island will not be back in time for tribal. Did I not talk about? Wasn't there a reward challenge, or is it this?
It's this. No, this is the reward challenge. This is when they get to eat peanut butter.
Huh.
Did
I just skip a whole section? I was just like watching it. I didn't write anything down.
This is when they have to. No. This is the one where they have to like touch the pole.
Right. Oh, you know what? I didn't write anything down because I was like, I didn't care about the actual competition. But like, so Laurel kind of showed that she was really strong here, that she was like a good competitor, that she was a team player. And finally, Dominic's team, the underground team, they win something. Yeah.
Peanut butter.
So they won peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. They're super pumped about this. And yeah, they finally get a win under their belt.
I would hate to play this game.
Like the pulling the.
Yes. Like I would hate to pull that thing.
Yeah, it would be exhausting.
That would be so like, it'd just be like, oh my God, I don't want to even do this.
Like when she did that, I was like, who's that?
Plus, because then I was like, for me, it's like, I don't want to like go against another dude.
Yeah.
And like have him pull me. But then I don't want to let everybody down. So I would do my best, but like, I don't wanna. I just wanna lie on the beach. I just wanna like drink out of a coconut and just like be by myself. I don't wanna like get too physical against another person's body. Like I don't mind holding something up in the air in the sun, like a stamina thing, but I don't wanna go fully against anybody.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be I like puzzles, I like, figuring things out, but I don't like grueling physical endurance challenges against another human being. They're just like
so basically we don't like sports, ladies and gentlemen. We don't like sports.
Well, not that kind of sports. I used to play soccer. I used to
like badminton, okay. Bowling. Even volleyball.
Yeah. So the Navidi tribe is at the reward, and Tom is so funny. Like he's actually has funny sound bites. I know that you're not that into him, but he's like, "Oh my God, I'm eating this like I'm going to the electric chair tomorrow." And I'm like, I know what he means by that, though. It's just like it's his last supper, like it's his last meal. I'm like,
I get it. But when he said that comment, I was like, God, you're awkward.
Well, he's also not necessarily the cool kid. Right? Like
isn't he not? Isn't he not the cool kid?
In real life,
he's a cool kid.
I don't know about that because especially if he used to weigh 100 pounds more, like not necessarily.
I don't know. I just get the whole thing. Like he rubs me the wrong way. Like but maybe I don't know. Maybe that's just the way the edit is, or how he's like getting his sound bites. I just think that he's like somebody I wouldn't relate to very well.
I think I can figure him out personally, but
you could.
Yeah.
But like as my personality, I'm not a big fan of him.
He doesn't bother me. I mean, like it bothers me when he doesn't make smart decisions, but his personality doesn't bother me at all. Chris's personality bothers me more, which is interesting. So Chris actually is going to talking to Angela and talking about the fact that like since Wendell and Dom voted for Angela, it was because they're basically trying to take a shot at him. I'm like, he can clue into that. Like Chris is actually coming across as smarter than I would expect from him. But
Yes.
I definitely like I can't even listen to his voice. His voice, and later on when we talk about Brad's voice, like both of them grate on my nerves. Like
we're not gonna we'll get to
yeah, but Chris's voice also just like there's some like a twang in it, and it's like an arrogant twang or something. I don't know what it is, but it just bothers me. I don't know. I can't figure out exactly what it is, but I can't really listen to him. So Chris actually brings together like all the people that voted for Morgan and basically say like I like everyone except for Dom, and he didn't say Wendell, but by default Wendell, since Wendell and Dom are buds. So he's trying to like gather this army against Dom basically. And then that's when your favorite scene, though, is the next is Jonathan and Laurel. They are talking, and they're having their talk, and they're both coming to the conclusion that they both like Wendell, and they don't like Chris as much as they like Wendell, which is fact. Like I think Wendell's your pick, but he's a great pick. Like he's definitely was going to be my. I wanted to have him on my team, but you got him first, you know. Yeah, and so I think the fact that Dom is with Wendell is really helping the cause for Jonathan and Laurel to maybe work with them. So I was really happy that we had that conversation because I'm not really into old Malolo. Like I don't really like James. I'm irritated with Libby.
Yeah.
Who else is there? Whoever else is there. I'm just like, So Laurel talks to Dom about loving him and Wendell, and that's when Dom tells her about the idol. And she's like, "But you have the idol? You didn't tell me." And Dom, I thought it was cute how he said this. It was like, "Well, you can't tell people that you have the idol. Like you're not supposed to tell it."
Yeah.
And I thought, I know you hate him, but I liked how he was like, I couldn't tell anybody, you know. And then you just see like a little snippet of Jonathan talking to Wendell, and so he knows now that like Laurel and Jonathan are now maybe looking to vote with him and Wendell. So there's like even more light at the end of the tunnel. And so, I mean, also because they're underdogs is probably why I'm voting for them even more. Like if Dominic was in the power position, maybe I'd find him more irritating. But the fact that like he's doing everything that he can at this point to stay in the game I'm always rooting for that person, regardless of how much I dislike them. So that's one of the reasons why I like him right now. So next up is the good old immunity challenge. And this one was like another exhausting one. So
we didn't talk about Ghost Island.
Oh yeah, so it did happen then.
It happened after the reward.
Okay, because that's what I wrote down, and I was like, did that happen after the reward? Did it happen after the
Yeah, so the reward finishes.
Yeah.
Let's do points for reward.
How much is the point?
1,500. I'm just kidding. Okay, so reward. Who won the reward? Malolo or Navidi? Doesn't matter.
Reward was
Navidi's the purple tribe.
Navidi is the one with Dominic on it now.
Okay.
Because they were referring to the other people as old Malolo. Right?
Yes.
So
okay.
Navidi would be Dominic. Just suss this out.
Yeah, so Navidi won reward.
Yeah, so let's just see who was on that just so I can remember properly.
Okay, so
Laurel, Dominic, Libby, Wendell.
Yeah. Angela, Chris.
James,
Jonathan. That's it.
Okay, so
8 of them. Eight people, yeah.
3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah.
Okay.
So how many points are they getting? Each 5?
Okay, so you get 5 points each for reward. So you get 15.
Yay.
And I get
25.
25. Cool. Awesome. Great. Cool. And so peanut butter and jelly. So CBS Big Brother season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until they got to slop. And I love peanut butter and jelly. And that's it. That was a reward.
Oh wait, no, I thought we were going back to Ghost Island.
No, we are, but I was just talking about peanut butter and jelly for
Just in general?
Yeah, side note. Just
I like peanut butter and like honey or maple syrup. I don't actually necessarily like it with jelly. But I would enjoy that for sure because I like strawberry jam. And I like crunchy peanut butter a lot.
Ooh, crunchy peanut butter, huh?
I have crunchy peanut butter every day, not gonna lie.
Really? Now you know, kids. It's always crunchy peanut butter.
Crunchy peanut butter.
Always. She eats only that and slop. So hey, big brother, that's all she eats. So she's fine.
I would totally just eat slop. I would make slop.
It's just not gonna happen. She doesn't want the money. She just wants to eat slop. That's it.
Yeah, I want to go to the Big Brother diet and make no money. I don't want to win money. I want to win money.
Come on.
So Kellen.
So Ghost Island. They walk through. They're going to draw rocks.
Yeah. So Kellen's biggest fear, though, she kind of puts it out there, was the fact that going to Ghost Island and being alone on that island, and it's her biggest fear. And she's saying this right before they're drawing frickin' rocks.
Guess what? She gets it.
She pulls the white rock.
And that was awesome. Like editing and coincidence. And Jeff's face was like, what just happened?
Yeah, it's like if the spirit, it may be a ghost.
Oh, we can tell that you, Jeff Probst, are like the producer.
He's like,
yes. He is the producer.
Yes, this is
look at what just happened. Are there ghosts here? Oh, it's so dumb, but it's so great at the same time. It's the reason why it's so popular, this show, and that's how life works. Life is full of coincidences.
Absolutely, and my real life, I'm into all that in that world, but I'm actually I know you love her, Kellen, and I know you're really rooting for her, but she annoys me too. I'm just like. Ugh.
Well, Kellen I get why she annoys you, because she's not I can see why she's annoying, but I think it's so cute how her cute smile and her story here is just so nice, and it's kind of inspiring that if you're not happy, then go do something about it.
Absolutely, and I feel that. So it's she goes on to Ghost Island, she sees the follow the fire thing, and that I looked at the different things that they have to hit, and it was in order. So there is a method to the madness of who plays what game. And so she would lose a vote if she were to play the game and lose. And so she knows that if she was to lose the immunity challenge with her tribe, she would lose a vote, and that would make it be even. And right now they have an upper hand advantage. So she chooses not to play the game and potentially win an advantage for herself or her team, or who knows what it would be. And she trusted her gut, and that became the theme that she was kind of talking about with her life story there, was that she trusting her gut, and she thinks that trusting her gut will get her further into the game because she's trusted her gut in a lot of different aspects in her life, and she has to continue to do that now. So yes, I like that kind of hero arc that she's having there a little bit, with the fact that she didn't go for greed and she trusted her gut, and we'll see how that pays out in the long run. But I guess just because she kind of annoys me a little bit, I'm just like, whatever, Kellen.
You know what? It'll be a nice little decision about what she has to do, because
I want to see what the idol was. Right?
That's next episode, babe. Next episode.
No, because that one's gone.
Oh, well.
Ruined.
It's like BB not pulling lipsticks.
Okay, so now that we bounce back, sorry about that. All the information's in there anyway, so you get it all no matter what. She's trusting her gut. We have them. Now we're back at the immunity challenge. Correcto?
Yes.
So, yeah, it was a little bit of a doozy. So they have to swim out to some bamboo cage. They climb over and dive down, and they have to release this like wooden door underwater. And then they got to drag a heavy chest across the ocean floor onto a track, use a rope to catch like some sort of missing kind of hook, pull their missing piece in, and then push their cart or crate or whatever you want to call it onto the track, get it onto their mat, and open it up with some balls in it and throw their balls on some tiny
Oh my God, throwing those balls up onto that thing,
Oh
I swear, I would lose my mind.
That's too stressful. It's too much pressure. It's too much pressure.
Like, to climb over that thing is one thing. It's basically, you're just like trying to get so far ahead so that you can get there to waste all that time throwing those friggin' balls up onto that thing.
Yeah, this is why I just don't think I'd like Survivor, because it's like all these high pressures. Well, I just think water high pressure situation where like you could die. Like, I don't know. I think it's the death factor is why I could never do Survivor.
Yes.
You could die much more easily.
Yeah, like I put my body through the ringer just like on most days, but like this is like severe. You gotta be like in perfect like physical health to go on this show. Oh, I see. It's not as narrow as I thought it was when they were throwing those things up. I thought it was like super narrow.
It's like 3 inches.
It's narrow enough, but I'm like, to throw something up and it stay, like that's hard.
Absolutely. Well, I wouldn't do Survivor, but I remember back in the day, I really wanted to do the Eco Challenge. I wanted to see if I could push my body through that.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's like doing Tough Mudder.
Tough Mudder, I don't know. I don't like the idea of like electric fences.
I know, right?
Like
if something is like going to physically harm me or hurt me or something like not good for you.
I worked at the Tough Mudder a couple years ago in Whistler, or not a couple, like quite a few now, maybe 5 years ago. And I swear to God, it is the mecca of hot guys. Like, I was like, this is where all the hot guys in the world is hiding. Tough Mudder.
Yes, I know that.
They are all so hot. I'm so glad you reminded me of that. Maybe I'm gonna go and be a spectator at like a Tough Mudder soon. So
why don't you just fucking do it? I've told so many girls. Here, I'm gonna do a confessional now. Hey, girls. Hey, remember how you're always like, hey, I never meet a man. I never gonna meet a guy. I am tired of hearing about it. Okay, so why don't you go out? And I usually say, go throw an axe. Go throw an axe or something. And they're always like, meh. No, but I'm serious. If you go and take an axe and throw it against a wall and you're a girl, you're going to meet a boy. And guess what? That boy's going to talk to you. And if a boy is throwing it, guess what? He was told to go there because he was thinking about girls. I never meet girls. Go axe throwing. Go do something that like you wouldn't normally go do. And then you'll meet a guy. And then all of a sudden that's how you met. Funny story. That's how I met him. There you go.
So only Tough Mudder and axe throwing?
No, go like learn how to play golf. Go do something that you don't know how to do. Like for me, like my like if I want to go meet a guy, I would have to like do something that I'm not comfortable doing, like ice skating. I fucking hate skating. I hate skating, skiing, anything. I bet I'd be my love of my life on a ski hill. I bet you any money. Great, I gotta go skiing.
Wait, okay, let's finish this off, and then I want to hear more about places to go, because I'm like, maybe I'll go learn. But let's get through this.
This is not turned into how Michael gives advice on dating. Cool.
Well,
a roommate's advice. I'm really good on that. Life advice and Big Brother advice.
I'm actually gonna. I want to talk to you about this. Okay. So I didn't write down who did what, but Desiree sits out of that competition. Malolo gets to the cage first. Malolo has their door free first. Navidi is losing his time because they can't open their door. They're kind of just like waiting in the water there. I mean, it's probably because they have James on their team and everybody's following suit. Malolo is way ahead. But Navidi is trying to narrow the gap here. They finally get their cage open. They're moving their chest along the ocean floor. They finally get it up to their track. By this point, I think that Malolo is already throwing their balls when Navidi gets it to the track. But they don't have it on the track properly. So finally they get it on the track properly. They were able to throw their hook, pull their other part of their track over, the missing part. But like everybody's just like staying there hanging out. It's just like Chris and I think Wendell that were pulling. What's it, Chris and Wendell? There's only two guys that were pulling the track, and everyone's just like standing there watching them, and they're like, help them! And so they finally, everybody started helping pulling the missing piece of the track. They finally put it over, they pull their chest piece over, they get it on their mat, and they open up their chest. Obviously, Malone was there first. They already started shooting balls. It's Sebastian and Brendan tossing the balls up onto this narrow bent or narrow whatever thing. And then Navidi, so they hooked the track. They got over there, and it's Chris and Wendell that are shooting the balls up onto the ledge. So now they're back and forth, and quickly, I mean, it could just be the editing, but Navidi ties it up. So it's 4-4, 4 balls on this tiny ledge. They have 5 balls each. So they're both shooting their last balls to try to get it up on top of this ledge. Malolo a couple times knock over one of their balls. So they only have 3 and have to get their 4th and 5th back one up. So it's really, really neck and neck. Quite of a nail biter. Quite a comeback at this point for Navidi. And eventually it happens, and like I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but Navidi actually pulls out the W and wins. They're super excited about it. They all pile on top of Chris. Like, I was wondering if they're going to have to call a medic. I was like, medic point? No, not for me.
I get medic points.
No, you can't get any more points here. And, you know, I love that Jeff, he has to have some sort of like, you know, fighting words. He's like, never give up. It's not over till it's over. You know, he always has to have his motivational speech.
Dig deep, Navidi, come on.
That's how it's done on Survivor. That's like, he's so hilarious.
Because when you were like kids watching it and growing up, then there's the people that have like always been watching it, and they're just like, oh, Jeff Probst's so great. But like after a while, you're just like, oh, come on, Jeff Probst, you clearly are the producer of this show.
Yeah,
dig deep. Yeah, we'll talk about the voting afterwards.
Yeah, so Kellen is super happy that she went with her gut and she didn't lose her vote because they lost the challenge here, and now they're going to they're going to tribal council, and they're going to have the 5-4 advantage to the old Navidi. Yeah.
I'm still, I can't figure it out anymore. Like of who I have, who you have. Like I know who you have and I have, but I don't know who you have that used to be on the other tribe, or who's on the same tribe now. It's like,
I know it is confusing, but
it's so confusing to talk about it. But in the end, I don't know what happened, but Michael like decides, hey, I got the idol. They all go back to camp. They're all like,
well, okay, but first off, Brendan is like kind of being like, you guys, we all did really well. Like, you know, it just happened that we lost in the end. Like, I thought we worked really well as a team. Like, it's just kind of being like a motivational coach in that sense. And then Bradley, I just wrote, he's a cocky dick. I'm just like, his attitude is so irritating.
Bradley?
A few times about a couple people on this episode, but I guess it's because their voices and their attitudes and everything about them has just been irritating me. And I don't know if it's maybe I'm PMSing. I don't know, but
no, Bradley really like he started talking, and I'm like, why does he talk like that?
Like saying that he's like a Boston Rob and Kim Spradlin. I wrote down, I don't think so because they were both actually likable.
Yeah. He's not like that at all. He's like I don't know. I haven't really heard him like doing the complaining thing that they're all like talking about. Yeah, but apparently he's a real big complainer and a big whiner.
Well, you saw at least the 1 or 2 clips of him complaining about how dirty his beach is, and he just wants to go back to his beach.
He looks like Hank Hill.
I don't know who that is.
The King of the Hill. Remember that cartoon?
With the glasses?
Yeah.
That guy? dad?
Yeah, like just give him like another like good 20 years and some kids, and he looks like Hank Hill, like a thin Hank Hill.
Okay, maybe a little bit I can see it. I don't know. But I was really actually what I made me dislike him even more is that he thinks that he's such a super genius, right? And he, oh, I'm like, this is why I'm going to law school because I can blah 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 blah. But then like he wouldn't even give Stephanie the time of day to speak, like just to like hear her out. Like I think that that's actually really really bad gameplay because yes, you have the numbers right now, and no, you don't have to tell her anything about your plan, but like it may benefit you. You have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow. What if they go for it? What if it's like they merge at whatever 20 or whatever many people that they are? Like they have no idea what could happen tomorrow. He could not have the numbers tomorrow, and Stephanie might have the numbers. Like I don't know why he's choosing to burn his bridge so badly with all the old Navidis. Like he's just being such a dick to them when he doesn't like not all. They don't may not get all of them out.
Yeah, I know.
Before they move to a swap or a merge. Anyways, I thought it was really bad gameplay. Yeah. And so like they were discussing about they're going to probably choose one of the guys because they feel that the old Navidi will assume that they'll want to keep the tribe strong so they won't have to go to tribal councils again. So they'll basically be able to blindside either Michael or Brendan. And then Desiree kind of pipes in saying that she thinks it should be Brendan because I guess Mike would be a more obvious choice.
Yes.
I agreed with Desiree that Brendan would probably be the least likely choice for them to play the idol on. So I thought it was smart.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I like out of the four, that's who I'd go with.
Yeah.
I just want to keep Michael around to look at him.
So I guess like so at this point though, now you see what's her name? Stephanie and Jenna, they're kind of sitting looking a little bit defeated, and I think we saw the little snippet before of Stephanie writing like hope in the sand, or was that a commercial break? And so the boys come up and Michael says that he just found an idol. So I don't know if this is edited or if he's lying to them. But he said he just found an idol. And so she's like, oh my God, just like meditating like for some sort of hope. And now it's come. So I was happy that they have like a shining light. And I feel as though that the edit was kind of portraying them to that the hope was there, that like, it's going to happen. So tribal council.
Tribal council was so great. Like, I gotta tell you, that kid just got fucking hotter, that 18-year-old kid. Like, he just is like, I got this fucking idol, and I'm gonna fucking show it, and I'm gonna just be like, we're all gonna vote for Bradley tonight. We're gonna get vote for Bradley. And Bradley is just like, when did I become this big manipulator? Shut up.
Oh, but like, I love how Stephanie was like, yeah, it's little alliance. I love
yeah, because I was like smart, and Kellen is, oh, here, I'm just gonna turn it around because it's fucking hilarious. They're all just like looking at her like Michael's just like, I'm gonna fucking do this to you, buddy. And lawyer's face over here, Bradley, is just like, guys, don't jump ship. And Sebastian's like, I kind of like what they're saying.
Yeah.
Sebastian's like, I'm like down for like, I'm listening.
To be honest,
and Chelsea, she actually was shown. Someone spoke to her, and she spoke. And she was like, well, you know, blah, 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 maybe, like, we stick around and, like, do something. And then, like, stick together or don't stick together. Either way.
I mean, I don't know. Okay, obviously stick together with tribe is always the best thing to do. But I was praying at this point so hard that they would jump ship because I prefer old Navidi than I do Malolo. On a whole.
Oh, I don't like the new Malolo. No. I like Michael, Stephanie, and I guess that girl Jenna, if she spoke. I like those three, and Brendan. So I like those four that they're like.
Those are all old Navidi.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I prefer old Navidi over old Malolo or Malolo.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, in general, because even like, pretty much my whole team is freaking old Navidi. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know your team anymore.
My team is Old Navini, basically.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do points for immunity. Ghost Island. How many does Kellen get?
I don't remember.
10. She gets 10 if you go to Ghost Island.
10?
So I get 10. And then for winning immunity, I get 25
How
points.
much is it? How much is it win immunity? 5?
5. 25 points.
So Dominic gets 5.
Yeah.
Laurel gets 5. The same thing.
It's the same thing.
So I get 15, you get 25.
Yes. And then they vote, and someone was like, I can't remember. Someone made a really funny comment when they did it.
I might have wrote it down.
I've never heard a grown man bitch and complain so much.
Yeah, that was Stephanie. But yeah, no, okay, let me just talk about like how I loved how Mike pulls out the James China Idol and he's like, this is double the power. And I would be playing it on 2 people within my tribe.
That was a lie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very good lie, especially for the fact that like if they'd seen the show, they would know that you'd have 2 idols, and it would make sense for that to be a lie, or that to be a truth. So it was a possible truth. I wrote down, "Oh, Mike, I'm so sorry, but I hate all your players." I actually wrote that down. I was so mad.
You hate his players.
Hmm?
You don't like Stephanie?
Stephanie's mine.
Yeah, you don't like her?
No.
Oh, Mike, me and Mike. Oh,
yeah.
They were talking about.
You.
I was like, "Who's Mike?"
No, you.
Me.
Yeah, Stephanie says she's never seen a grown man whine and complain as much as you regarding Bradley. And then you see Mike lean over, not you, Mike, hot young 18-year-old Mike, lean over to.
I was not hot at 18, yeah.
And say, "I think it's Stephanie." And I was like, in my head, I was like, bad instinct, little boy. They're making you feel like it's going to be Stephanie, but it's not. Don't do it. Stick to the plan. Never change your mind. Don't do it. Not in the heat of the moment. Like, you can't change your mind in the heat of the moment like that because they're not changing their mind.
Yeah.
And as soon as he says, "I think it's Stephanie," I was like, oh, they tanked it. They tanked it. And so Mike goes up and he plays it for him and Brendan, and then he changes it to Stephanie. I wonder what Jeff would have done if he just had left it to the 2 of them. He's like, well, you have to choose one.
Because it was only 4-1.
Yeah. I wonder what Jeff would have done, like, because if he didn't change it to Stephanie. Anyways, we'll never know. So it was 4 votes Bradley, and then 4 votes Brendan, and then there was the 5th vote, and Brendan was the 4th person voted out of Survivor 36, episode 3. 4, 3. It's a double episode, this one.
Oh, I was a little shocked.
I was really sad. Brendan was my number 1 pick. Or was it Dominic?
Dominic was your number 1 pick.
Okay, good. Phew. Oh, still have like some way to make some points here. Now, like, I don't know if you guys know that me and Mike also have a drag race podcast where I slaughtered him. So this is kind of redemption on his part for the fact that like none of his players have left the game yet, and all of mine are. But I do feel good about the fact that all the players of mine that have left so far, I feel aren't like the normal first boots. I feel like they will all still kind of be remembered to a certain extent. I don't think that they'll just all disappear like Francesca or whatever. Francesca kind of got a little bit famous, but like most of the first boot, you have no idea who they are. And I feel like all my first 4 boots.
Francesca. That's a good one. That's a good one.
He's actually a love coach. So it's funny that you're talking about love advice.
That's funny. Francesca. What was that guy's name? Philip. You couldn't say her name?
Philip?
Francesca.
And obviously, you know, Jeff has to end the episode with, "No, that was a Survivor Showdown." Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff Probst. Take your shirt off.
Man, like Mike nearly played that correctly. He was so close to playing it correctly. So close. But nope, he didn't pull it through. And I think it's actually his youth that didn't allow him to play it through. He allowed the energy of the moment to not allow him to make a sound decision. He should have stick to what he was doing before, and it seemed like he was going to vote for at least one of the two of them, because that would have been the right play.
Exactly. But that would have sucked. Well, that would have been awesome.
How hardcore would it have been if like they had pulled that off? Oh, that'd have been so good. But I think these idols are cursed. I don't think anybody's gonna play them right. There's too many of them. There's too.
Well, they're not Ghostbusters. Come on. Survivor, not Ghostbusters.
Yeah. When Brendan says that they went out swinging, and I'm proud of them, because like they did do their best. I thought it was a pretty good story. I hate the fact that Bradley won. We'll say, like, I wanted him to get his just desserts, but
he will. He will.
I don't think. Yeah, there's no way he's winning. He's not likable enough to win.
So we finished off that episode.
Yeah, I'm excited though about the next episode, seeing Jenna flirting with Sebastian.
Ew.
Well, she's playing the game. She wants to stay in the game.
Good for her, but like, not with him.
I know, but there's who, Bradley? Nobody would believe that.
No.
The only choice she has is him.
It's the only person that she's with already. It's Michael. So, okay, so we're leaving that episode with Chantele losing another player, and now she's down to 6 players, and I still have all mine. Don't worry, there'll be like a double, and I'll start losing all of them, and blah blah blah.
I don't know. I feel like I just be holding on to like one player till the end, like, like right now my money's on Stephanie or Laurel. Actually, Laurel's a pretty good pick of mine in there. So I still have a few people that might skate through for a little bit. Laurel, Libby. We'll see.
We'll see.
I know that you are winning right now, but I don't know if you have the winning player.
I don't know if I have the winning player now.
But you might win points wise. Okay, so you were we're adding to, so it's just those 3 points that you were adding? 60 points?
Yeah, I got 60. I got 60 points.
So you're at 115, and I am at. You're at 215, and I'm at 145. Okay, I'm not that far behind.
Yes. No, you're not that far behind, but you're fine. So that's good. And so that concludes the end of our episode here for Survivor Ghost Island Season 36. Subscribe down below. And if you have any questions for us, or any concerns, or any comments, or you want to agree with us, or not disagree with us, I don't care. Just write it down. We want to read it. Any feedback's good feedback. And my name is Michael Pez.
And I'm Chantele Francis.
And you can find us on Instagram at Realness with 3 S's. And you can also follow me at Michael Pez on whatever. Just find it, Michael Pez. Or you can see it on IMDb under my little credits there.
Oh, me too. Yeah, this buzzword. You can check my IMDb.
Hello, we are actors as well. Hello.
Yes. Check out my IMDb. You can find me there too. Chantele Francis at IMDb.me, maybe? Chantele Francis? Something like that.
No, I don't know.
Something like that. I do have my own little link. Anyways.
Yeah, but check us out. And we will see you soon for next week. Everyone, Drag Race starts soon, so season 10. And also keep watching Big Brother Canada so that they do a 7th season with us on it.
And I'm going to be on the 7th season. Like, you don't even know.
Tell them that. You don't know. You don't know.
Don't even know.
Keep your secret. Keep your mouth shut. Okay, bye.